The forecast for next year out. Almost every cost in your life goes up, and the one number everybody has been waiting on does not move at all. I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Let me give you the short version of what 2027 is supposed to look like. Then let me tell you the only part of it you actually control. Start with the number you care about. 30-year mortgage rates in 2027 are projected to bounce around 6.5%. That's about the same as this year. 6.5% next year, 6.5% this year. Mortgage rates are not the thing that changes. Now, here's the part that catches people off guard. The Federal Reserve is expected to raise short-term rates from 3.5, 3.7 to 4% between October of this year and the end of 2027. Up, not down. So the rate on your fixed mortgage sits perfectly still, and the rates on everything with a variable balance climb. Home equity lines of credit land around 7.25%. New car loans around 7%. Credit cards ride that same short end of the curve. Then there's the cost of living. Inflation finishes this year at 3.6%. It only works its way down to 3% by the end of 2027. Meanwhile, wages and salaries are projected to rise 3%. Sit with that for a second. Your raise is 3%. Your cost of living is 3.6%. You go backwards by 0.6% while doing absolutely everything right. And the line items are worse than the average. Health insurance premiums per employee are projected up 6.7% after a 6% rise this year. I want to be clear about something. I do not sell insurance. When a family needs coverage, I refer them to trusted agents. I am bringing it up because it lands in your budget whether you like it or not. Prescription drugs up 3% to 4%. Electricity up 6% to 7% for commercial customers. And residential customers are expected to see steeper increases than that. Natural gas price in a 5% rise. There's a little relief in the forecast. Gasoline average 3.25 to 3.5 a gallon next year, down from about 3.7 so far this year. Diesel slips to 4.25 from to 4.25 to 4.5 from 4.75. If you drive for a living, that's a real money. It's nowhere near enough to cover the rest of the list. That cost outlook comes out of the Kiplinger letter, special issue on 2027, business costs dated August 12th. I've read that letter for years. They are not selling you anything. So what does this mean for you? It means the plan a lot of families are running right now is not a plan. The plan is wait for the rate to drop, then buy. Wait for the rate to drop, then refinance. Wait for the rate to drop, then fix the budget. Let me put actual numbers on waiting. Picture a $655,000 loan, 30-year fixed at 6.5%. Principal and interest runs about $4,203 a month. Now imagine you wait a year and rates come down 0.5 point to 6%. Same loan, same house. That payment's about $39.87. You save $216 a month. Call it $2,592 across the year. Now, set that next to inflation. If your household spends $100,000 a year outside of the mortgage and prices rise 3.6%, that costs you $3,600 in buying power in 1 year. So you waited 12 months to maybe save $2,592, and the waiting itself cost you $3,600. And that math only works if 0.5 point actually shows up. The forecast says it does not. Waiting is not free. Waiting is a bet, and you're replacing it with your own money. Now, let me tell you the part you do control, because this is where the whole thing turns. Stop staring at the mortgage rate. Start looking at your household blended interest rate. That's the one number that tells you what all of your debt costs together. The mortgage, the car, the cards, the student loans, the home equity line, all of it weighted. All of it weighted by the balance. Yes, you can see it for free. rsrlinks.com/DDD. rsrlinks.com/DDD. Because look at what the forecast just handed us. The fixed mortgage rate holds still. The short-term rates go up, which means the debt that is about to reprice against you is not your mortgage, it's everything else. A $655,000 mortgage at 6.5% fixed is the most stable, most predictable, cheapest large money most families will ever hold. And it does not move. A $60,000 home equity line at 7.25% that drifts to 7.75%, moves. A car loan at 7% moves when you replace the car. A credit card balance moves every single time the Fed does. So which one should you be attacking? Most people attack the mortgage. They send extra principal every month. They try to be debt-free faster. Here's my position after 4 decades in this business. Do not pay your mortgage off early. It hurts your liquidity. Every extra dollar you bury in the walls of your house is a dollar you cannot reach when the electric bill jumps 7% and the health premium jumps 6.7% in the same month. Run it through the framework I use with every single family. Safety, liquidity, and return. Safety asks whether you can survive a bad year. Liquidity asks whether you can reach your money in a bad month. Return asks what the money is earning while it waits. Paying off a 6.5% fixed mortgage early gives you a small return and quietly destroys your liquidity. Restructuring a 7.75% variable balance gives you a bigger return and protects your liquidity. That's the difference between eligibility and suitability. Eligibility asks whether you qualify for a loan. Suitability asks whether that loan belongs in your household in this order at this time. Anybody can quote you a rate. That takes 30 seconds. Figuring out whether the loan actually fits your life is the job. Strategy beats rate always. One more thing for anybody buying next year. If the payment is the problem, there's a real tool for it. A permanent buy down, life of the loan, not a 1 year or a 2 year teaser that expires at the hands of that hands you a repayment shock in year 3. I rarely recommend a temporary buy down. If you're going to buy down the rate, buy it down for good. And to be clear, nothing I said today is a rate quote or an offer. Your actual rate depends on your credit, equity, property, and lender. Not all borrowers will qualify. Here's what I want you to do before 2027 shows up. Build the budget now on next year's prices, not this year's. Add 5% to natural gas, add 7% to electricity, add 6.7% to health premium, add 3.6% to groceries. Then look at what is actually left at the bottom. We offer a tool for exactly this. It tracks your household budget and what you actually own in one place. So the picture is not living in your head. Go to rsrlinks.com/keysteps. That's rsrlinks.com/keysteps. It is yours. It is free. Use it. Then write down every debt you carry with its balance and its rate and find your blended number. Again, rsrlinks.com/DDD. If you want help with that part, we do it on a Zoom call. And it takes about 15 minutes to see the whole picture. Very simple. The forecast is not your problem. The forecast is information. What you build on top of it is the plan. I am Ron Siegel, your certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Thanks for listening to the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by rsrwealthbuilder.com, rsrwealthbuilder.com. Free.